Hello, my name is Karen Hughes. In this module, we're going to discuss how to create correlation models for LLAs, load versus load analyses, as part of the BMC TrueSight Capacity Optimization how-to video series. In its simplest form, a load versus load analysis is a correlation graph that is displaying two different KPIs against each other. So in essence, you're not going to see time series data. You're going to see a business KPI versus some other business KPI and a scatter plot graph of those two different metrics together to identify if there is some type of correlation between these two metrics. So let's take a look in the BMC TrueSight Capacity Optimization solution to see how we can accomplish this. Okay, so we can log on to the solution, navigate to the workspace, go down to the domain that we need and make sure that there are business drivers in the domain. Go to the Works area, select Add Analysis, and an analysis wizard is going to appear. And we're going to step through this to make sure we choose Load versus Load Analysis. And then we're going to make sure that we are going to choose the Load versus Load template. And once we do this, we're going to select our time filter for the data that we have. And we're going to click Finish. And it's going to create the correlation map outline. And now we need to add the metrics that we want to add to do the load versus load graphs. So we're going to add associations. And we'll first choose backend operations and backend operations total events and click on add. But a quick and secret way is to select the radio button all series by resource name, and that way it's going to take all of the metrics that are available and for each of these different other KPIs that we have. And if we just select them, then it's going to build our map. Now you'll notice that on the first time I did just backend operations and backend operations. Ideally, that's going to be a one-to-one correlation because it's just mapping itself against each other. But I did that so we can see the map. Notice the difference that when I chose just backend operations and backend operations, it doesn't fill in these columns. But when I chose all series, it does fill in these columns. No worries, you can click on Edit Associations and click on the checkbox for those graphs that you want, but at the same time, you do not need the ones that are the actual same because it would just show a one-to-one correlation. We expect that. But that's a good way of creating a correlation map for all of the different business drivers you have. This way, when you click Analyze, you'll be able to see exactly which ones are correlated, if they're correlated, and how correlated are they. In this particular case, most of the business KPIs are very correlated with each other. So if we click on the charts area and take a look at these graphs, you'll see that the different scatter plots for each of the individual metrics or KPIs versus KPIs are indicated. To make things easier, what you can do is you can actually add a trend line to these graphs to really be able to understand whether or not there is a correlation or not. And to do this, we clicked on the Edit button and then go down to Trend Lines and then choose the trend line algorithm that you want to use. Save that, and it's going to apply that to the different graphs on the screen. And now you can see very quickly that there is a trend line added to some of these different correlation graphs, but they're all load versus load metrics, meaning a KPI versus a KPI. And that's how easy it is to create a correlation load versus load graph in the BMC TrueSight Capacity Optimization solution. And that concludes this module in the BMC TrueSight Capacity Optimization how-to video series. I want to thank you for your time and look forward to you listening to other how-to videos as part of the series in the future. Thanks and have a great day.